Welcome to the recruitment presentation for the Mark Scott Leadership for Life Award in 2021 for the 2021-22 6 year. Hi guys, thanks very much for tuning in. I'm just going to give you a very quick run through of the award. You may have lots and lots of questions. You can get in touch with us from the website, which is mslfl.org. Get in touch with us that way. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, just look us up. Get in touch and we'll happily answer any questions you have outlying. There is also, if you go to the YouTube channel for the Mark Scott Leadership for Life Award, you'll be able to find Q&A videos for various years. If you go to the 2021, that's as close as we can get to the answers for this year, because as we're going to talk about, last year was a bit of a challenging year, and the year ahead could be too, because we don't fully know exactly what it's going to bring. And that's really important for us, because actually the Mark Scott Leadership for Life Award, one of the things that the outcomes give us is the ability to deal with these challenging situations perhaps a little bit better. Gives us a skill to take a little bit of control over the areas of our lives that we can take control over, and the ability to therefore reduce stress and anxiety and increase our resilience in the face of all these challenges. And speaking of challenges, here's a little thought for you. So if you start to view every challenge as an opportunity, then all of a sudden life suddenly becomes full of opportunity. We can't control everything in our lives, but if we can identify those things that we can use those to take as much control as we can over what's going on around us, and we start to feel in control. But we take opportunities rather than shy away from challenges. And that's one of the leading parts of the award. So let's carry on. So some questions. I'm not giving you very much information about the award, but then why should you listen? So let's start off with what's in it for me. So there's a number of points here. I'm just going to run through reasonably quickly that I'd like you to consider. So first of all, this is an opportunity for you to demonstrate your abilities and your attitudes before an interview. Think how much more powerful going into an interview and being able to answer questions about what can you do, what can you achieve, how responsible are you, with answers that are illustrations of things you've actually done rather than in theory. So I believe I could be responsible, I believe that I could get things done, is so much weaker than this is what I've done. So that's the first thing, is we're going to actually give you the interview fodder, if you like, to be able to tell people how good you are and demonstrate how good you are. Also, in the current circumstance, actually you're doing something. You're doing something when there's a good proportion of the community who are not. They're hiding. Now, some of them are shielding, so they're supposed to be staying away from things and not doing stuff, but there's a lot of people out there in our community, and we know over the last year there's a lot of people that have gone, oh, we're in lockdown, we can't do anything. Well, actually, we can't do a lot, and we couldn't do a lot, but there's some things, and a reasonable amount actually, if you look hard enough, that we can do. And that's not with bending rules, that's staying within the rules. There is a lot we could do, and this year, the year just gone, definitely demonstrated that, and that's what we're going to help you work on next year, is recognizing not what you can't do, but recognizing what you can do. You'll also be able to pick up organizational skills, which will be useful for you. It'll be really good for you to be able to talk to them, to future employers, to college placements, universities, about how well organized you can be, but you can actually use them in your 6th year as well. It's going to make your 6th year slightly easier, and easier by 6-year terms means less stressful, less anxiety inducing. So that's got to be a good thing. Unless you're going to be a shepherd or a shepherdess when you finish school, then you're going to have to work with other people. Even university, you're going to have to do projects with other people. So the better you are leaving this, the better you are to actually working with other people, then the more successful you're going to be in everything. And that success could be successful in getting your first promotion and things like that, or getting a better job. We've already talked about developing skills for controlling your life, controlling anxiety, controlling stress to some extent. So we won't bang on about that. But improving resilience, the ability to go, this is not working, how can we change it and make it into something that will work, is really important. And bouncing back is something that's really important. And let's face it, we've had to do a lot of that over the last year. It's been a really useful skill to be able to do that. And we've had to do that as an award. You know, the award that we delivered in 2019-20 was nothing like 2021. And we had to change that while we were delivering it. The ability to do this will help you improve your confidence. Because you can look back on this difficult situation and go, well, you know what, I handled it and I dealt with it and I dealt with some of my anxiety through this. Yeah, that makes me a more confident person, and that makes it easier for you to talk about how good you are at interview as well, and makes you more convincing. And then finally, and this is a big deal for some people, not so much for others, but you can help your community, and I'll demonstrate what was actually achievable during lockdown by the teams this year just gone. But if helping your community and being useful to your community is something that you value, then this is a great opportunity for that too. That's what's in it for you. The award has a long history of development. Up until 2020, then for nearly 20 years, we ran a program that had 5 days of residential training, then 3 to 4 months of project development, 3 days of project delivery, and then a final review. And that was essentially the process that we went through. We very, very rapidly had to turn that around at the start of lockdown, and created a completely different model. But each of these tablets, these sections here, illustrates a part of the award, and we've rearranged them. We moved them around. Why am I telling you this? It's because we're going into a year that we don't know what that's going to bring. We're pretty sure it's going to be better than this year, but we don't know for certain. Let's go with it. It's going to be better this year, but it's certainly not going to be back to what it was like the year before or the year before that. So we've got these modules we can move around to fit the circumstances we're in. So we know what it's likely to be like, but we also know through experience that we'll be able to change it, move it around to fit the circumstances, and it'll still work. And that's why we told you about what was happened before. So you've probably got a myriad of questions about this, but I'm just going to deal with these few very, very quickly. So first of all, how much will it cost? Then how much time will you need to spend on it? What will you actually be doing? Is it a leadership program? It's the Mark Scott Leadership for Life Award. Is it a leadership program? When does it happen? So let's answer some of those questions briefly. How much will it cost? So first of all, you might be asked for a £30 administration fee, but participants in 2021 weren't. They didn't pay anything. It's not a cheap program though. Over £1,000 it costs, but all of that money has already been paid by our funders to fund this for you. And they include the Scottish Government, who lead a lot of evidence that we're actually delivering what we say that we do. So when I'm telling you these outcomes, or when I told you those outcomes, I'm talking about things that we've had to be able to prove that we can do for you. Okay, so how much time? So up to 5 days in the autumn term, and that needs to be confirmed. That might be a residential, it might be partly coming out from home, and it might be partly on expedition. It may well be during the school week, and we'll talk to your schools about that if that's the way it's gone. But we've got support from your school. That's the way, the reason why we've been trying to get into your school, and one of us may have even spoken to you at school. Because the school recognised the outcomes are really, really useful for you as part of your 6-year experience. So is that bit. Then there's roughly an hour a week for a few months in which we organise the community project. You've got a lot more than an hour in a week, so we're just going to take a tiny proportion of your week and get you to work on that, and which you'll learn about working with other people, learn about the psychology of both yourself and other people as well, and how to use that to make yourself more successful as an individual, but also as a member of a team. And then maybe 2 to 3 days potentially on your project. A lot of teams did it in their own time. They did it in pieces this year, so if that again fitted in really, really well. We're mindful of the exam and testing regimes that are going on in your schools, and we make sure that it fits around them. It doesn't interfere with them. This will not get in the way of your studies. What are you going to be doing? So in principle, you're going to be learning how people and teams work. You're going to be developing your organisational skills by initially, first of all, exercises, hopefully in the outdoors, but then through actually organising and developing and delivering your community project. You're going to be challenged, and you're going to find solutions, and we'll support you through that, and we'll give you mechanisms to find solutions to issues, but you do need to be challenged. So you're going to be up for this in principle. And you're going to then deliver, as we talked about, your project of your own to demonstrate your skills, demonstrate it to you, but also be able to make a demonstration of it to other people as well when you're trying to convince them that you're just the person they want on their course or wherever you want to go. And when is it going to happen? So other than the training days, as I've pointed out, it's all going to happen in your own time, but it's totally achievable within your own time. And finally, the award is not a leadership program. It has it in the name, but you will learn about leadership as you learn about how teams work practically through practical exercises in the community project. But it's not for people that just want to be a leader, but we also help you understand that there's a broad range of different types of leadership open to many, many people. So the process to get involved, or the process to be involved, is make an application, which I'm going to talk about in a second, complete the paperwork as part of that application, then take part in the training, take part in the project delivery, and then complete the final review, and that's it done. It's as simple as that, and it'll be spread out really thinly throughout much of your 6th year up until the point where you come to exams. And that's automatically accessible for you. It won't cost you very much, or if any, money. So the cost isn't it, and it's just about your determination and your ability to and wish to take part in this. And those are the only barriers, guys. So I'm going to show you a short film now about the community contribution to really press home that that picture, guys, that it's remarkable if once you're determined what you can achieve. And these are just ordinary 6th-year students, same as you, decided that these were what their community projects were going to be. So here's a short film on community contribution from the projects of the last year. And imagine, before I play it, just for a second, just imagine that you delivered one of these projects and how convincing you would be in an interview when you said, I'm a really good person, you really need to take me on your course. So if you think you can benefit from this, you're determined to do it, and you're willing to give up a little bit of your time to do it, then it sounds like you're a pretty good candidate for the Mark Scott Leadership for Life Award to me. So all you need to do is go onto the website, that's MSLFLA, Mark Scott Leadership for Life Award.org. In fact, all you need to do is type in MSLFLA.org into your browser and it'll find it straight away. You go onto the front page, and that's stage 1. On the front page, you will then find you just scroll down a little bit and you'll find this bit here. Please head to the 2021 pages for more information to apply for your place. You click on that and I'll take you on to the COVID pages, because we're running a program that's flexible and different, not to the rest of the website. There's some more information about what's going to happen there, so you can read that before you go in, but ultimately you need to press to apply, take part, click here. Click on that button. That will take you to one more page on the website, which gives you another reminder what you're you may be committing to, and then it says if you are committed, fill in your application form here, complete our online application form here, which will take you about 5 minutes, maybe less. We're looking for quality, not quantity. You don't need to write us an essay, but just there's a few tick boxes, a couple of questions, some personal details, just so we know who you are, and then 4 questions for you to answer about the use that you will make of the award in your life. And that's you done. We'll then get back in touch with you if we are able to give you a place, and we'll give everybody we possibly can a place on the award next year. So it's over to you now, guys. If you want to take part, but you need some more information, go onto the website. There's loads of information on there. Look us up on Facebook, look us up on Twitter, look us up on YouTube. There's loads of information on all of those places. Gather as much information as you need, and then make that decision. You can also talk to your school champion, so you have a teacher that knows about this, and you should be aware of who they are. Or you can get in touch with us through the website, directly email. You can directly email me if you want to, and we'll give you all the information you need to make a decision. But it's open to everybody, and it's designed and run and has been successfully for a number of years. It's designed and run to fit in with your life. So as long as you're not doing something every night of the week already, you can give up a little bit of your time, maybe only an hour a week, maybe less, then you can do it. Now it's down to, do you want to do it? So thanks very much for listening. Thanks very much for watching. And good luck, whatever you decide to do in your 6th year. But if you do decide to take part in this, we look forward to meeting you and having a pretty awesome time, actually, and coming out with something you can really feel proud of. Thanks again. Take care. Bye-bye.